Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Obviously, earlier on today, we got the full Black Ops 6 Direct event, which showcased a bunch of stuff ranging from multiplayer to zombies to campaign. We got so many details regarding Black Ops 6 in general, and earlier on today, I already went through once and broke down all the major things, all the major takeaways from the multiplayer side of things. But in this video in specific, I wanted to go through and really go in depth on a bunch of things that were announced or that were revealed that you probably missed. Some pretty important things, some pretty major changes across the board, all of which I would say are pretty exciting. So as we go through and dive into all the details, if you enjoy this video or if you're simply excited for Black Ops 6, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you're new to the channel or you simply have not subscribed yet, let's change that. Every single day I got you covered with news, updates, patch notes, everything going on in COD is right here. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. So a lot of this information is stemming either from the direct reveals through the Black Ops 6 Direct event and some of the blogs that Call of Duty have posted that you probably just didn't see. They went under the radar with all the hype going on. But also we do have a few additional details from some people who were able to actually go out to the Treyarch studios, like Charlie Intel, for instance, and actually get a little bit of hands-on with the game. But initially here, we do finally have some clarification as to how Black Ops 6 is going to work if you are a Game Pass subscriber, because of course it's COD. Every single year the pre-ordering stuff works the same. Pre-order now and gain early access to Black Ops 6 multiplayer beta, all that stuff like that, except they didn't have the voice this time. Either way, we already knew that the basic pre-order stuff was going to be a thing. You can get all the standard bonuses, but the confusion was, hey, well, what if I've got Game Pass? How is that going to work since the game's going to be on Game Pass day one? Well, here's how. Xbox Game Pass Console and Game Pass Ultimate include the digital cross-gen edition of the game. PC Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass includes the standard edition only via the Microsoft Store, and then the Game Pass gets you pre-order bonuses like the Woods Operator and early beta access as well. And then in addition to that, if you want to try and get the Vault edition of the game, because it does have some of those increased rewards like operator packs and everything going on there, if you have Xbox Game Pass, there's just an option to upgrade to that Vault edition for an extra $30. So Game Pass is not going to get you the full-on Vault edition, but it will get you the standard editions and early access. But if you care about that additional Vault edition content, you do have to pay a little bit of extra money just outright for that specifically. But it's nice to finally have some answers in regards to that. Also, another thing that, a lot of people were questioning when it comes to early access for this game is, will there be a beta? Yes, that's now officially confirmed. They have not announced the dates for that, though. I'd have to imagine it's probably going to be close to Call of Duty Next, which is taking place on August 28th. But other early access for when the game actually launches has been something that's been speculated about and talked about for several months now. There were initially some leaks and some rumors saying we'd see multi-week early access with like zombies getting 2 weeks and then campaign getting 1 week. Well, all we know as of right now is that on the PlayStation Store for Black Ops 6, they say the game will be available on the 17th of October instead of the 25th, so a week earlier there technically. That would be that standard week early access, right? So maybe this multi-week idea was in fact scrapped. We still are waiting on further clarification as to what's going to be available during that early access period, if there's going to be a week of campaign or a week of campaign and zombies. But supposedly on the 17th / the 18th, depending on your time zone, we could have 1 week early access for a mode within Black Ops 6. We also got further clarification on the beta. This, for the first time in Call of Duty history, again, while we don't have the full-on dates for it, is going to be open for everyone at the same time. So there will still be the early access beta if you do pre-order the game. That'll be available on Xbox and PlayStation and PC all at once, and then the open beta as well that follows that will be available on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC all at once as well. So really cool that we just straight up have that available openly. There will be no exclusivity for that whatsoever. Now, focusing a little bit more on gameplay, we did see some further details revealed in regards to multiplayer loadouts and the Gunsmith system. In fact, a full-on Gunsmith system preview was found within the Black Ops 6 Direct event, where you can see weapon customization going on there. There's almost like a little icon in the top left there. I'm not sure if that's a wild card or what, but you can see that you can actually equip up to 8 attachments. And we know, thanks to Charlie Intel, that the multiplayer loadouts will be built through this. There's going to be a primary, a secondary, and a dedicated melee slot, sort of similar to MW Remastered from back when that happens. You're going to have a lethal, a tactical, a field upgrade, 3 perks plus a special perk specialty is what they call it, and wild cards. So with a specific wild card, you can end up getting up to 8 attachments on a weapon, just like back in Cold War, but it's going to be 5 attachments per weapon as a base. It'll be a similar gunsmith system to obviously what we've got going on now within Warzone and what we've seen for the past few years, but it's still going to have that Black Ops style, and it's going to be more of that classic created class, nothing too extra with gear and perks and boots and all sorts of stuff like that. Really, the only significant changes here are going to be that dedicated melee slot and then the perk specialty, which I'm sure we'll learn more about here with like the actual next event and that deep dive into multiplayer. Another thing that you might have noticed through some of the very brief clips of the gameplay within the direct event is that they are bringing back what was once just a standard feature in COD when it comes to customization, the ability to see your enemies' calling cards and customization there when you're actually taking them out in game. So when you do get that kill, that'll pop up on your screen, at least in the current version of the game. In all theory, I guess this could change for launch and maybe it's something they take out. I don't see why they would do that, but I do just want to preface this in case, further on down the road, it happens and then someone's, hey, wait a second, you said this was going to be a thing. But it does seem like in the current version of the build, calling cards are popping up in game when you get kills, and I'd have to imagine when you go on streaks and call things in there, which I think is cool. It gives you more notoriety in game. It actually gives meaning to calling cards into emblems and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool there. We also got some additional details on the carry forward system. This has been talked about a lot. Is there going to be carry forward? Is there not going to be carry forward? Here's how it's going to work. When Black Ops 6 integrates with Warzone, all Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 6 content is going to be available. So all your MW3 operators, your MW3 weapons, your MW3 attachments, your MW2 operators and weapons and attachments, and your Black Ops 6 weapons and operators and attachments will all be within there, within Warzone. However, in multiplayer, in Black Ops 6 multiplayer and zombies, only Black Ops 6 content is going to be available to use. There will be no carry forward for multiplayer. None of your MW2 or MW3 weapons will be usable on the 6v6 maps of Black Ops 6. It's only going to exclusively be the Black Ops 6 content. So if you're particularly a multiplayer or a premium title player, you don't really dabble in Warzone, buying bundles and stuff right now in MW3 kind of devalues them a lot, considering they're not going to be available in next year's premium title. Call of Duty did also reveal a few details when it comes to the Call of Duty HQ, where they say that they confirmed Black Ops 6 is going to be a part of it. We already saw this coming, but they are going to be changing around the UI and the HUD a little bit for a better lobby experience, and they're working to reduce the game size as well. So definitely some good news there. Some of the clips and some of the previews within Black Ops 6 Direct also gave us a few other sneaky little previews into some stuff, like for instance some of those UI changes where we can actually see the lobby UI is a little bit more like Black Ops 3 from back in the day. For instance, it's a bit more vertical. It's not nearly as horizontal. There's still some horizontal elements to it, but it's not nearly the same as MW3 or MW2, really, since we saw the COD HQ update happen. And we also get a little sneak peek at one of the maps that's going to be available. In the bottom left, it says NUKETOWN is loading. So surprise, surprise, the map that's been in every Black Ops title forever is in fact going to be in another Black Ops title, but now we got it officially confirmed, of course. And then lastly, Charlie Intel did a nice little rundown of all the major things to take away from the multiplayer experience this year. And we do get a few other additional details here that were not mentioned in the direct event or anything like that. So classic prestige returns, we covered that in our video earlier on today. Simplified lobby UI with invite friends back, that's nice to see. New minimal HUD, we covered that earlier. The loadout system, of course, 3 perks, your primary, secondary, and melee, everything going on there. Traditional score streaks are going to be back here. The winner's circle and best play are going to be back at the end of a match. The shooting range is back. 16 maps at launch, 12 6v6, then 4 strike maps that can also work for 6v6. They're going to be 3-lane based maps, classic maps that Treyarch is very good at designing. The Omni movement system, which allows you to basically move in any direction with any type of movement. Intelligent movement with assists for sprinting, mantling, everything like that. And then new hit animations so characters react a little bit more realistic in game. Like I said, a lot of those details we did cover in our first video today. And if you want an expansion on a lot of that stuff or to see more gameplay, be sure to go ahead and check out that video. It'll be on screen at the end of this one or down in the description below. But that is going to wrap things up for this one. A handful of things you might have missed while going through all the reveals for Black Ops 6 today. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications to guarantee you're in the know for everything going on in COD. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day. I'll catch you later. Peace out.